Hello children, welcome to Geography Lesson 10, Life in Desert. In video 1 we have seen what is desert. Desert is a place where, or the deserts are the place where very little rainfall, scanty vegetation and extreme temperatures, and depending on the temperatures we have two types of desert, hot desert and cold desert. Now, in this we will learn Sahara Desert. Sahara, the hot desert and world's largest desert we are going to learn. Look at the map here of Africa and you can see the covered area by Sahara. You know it is world's largest desert and has area of around 8.54 million square kilometer. If you recall that India has area of 3.2 square kilometer, just imagine Sahara is thrice or four times of it, we could say. So it's very huge, and so it's known as world's largest desert. And the Sahara Desert touches 11 countries. Now which are those 11 countries? Here on the map you can see Mauritania, Western Sahara, Morocco, Algeria, Libya, Egypt, Niger, Mali, Chad, Sudan. So here are these, and one more, Tunisia. So these are 11 countries which Sahara Desert has touched, or you can say these 11 countries are here in this Sahara Desert. Now when you think of desert, the picture immediately comes to our mind is that it is a sand. But besides the vast stretch of sand, Sahara Desert is also covered with gravels, plains and elevated plateaus with bare rocky surface. These rocky surface may be more than a height of 2005 meters at some places. Alright, now we'll see the climate. As it is hot desert, and uh, one more thing that I would like to tell you all, that Africa is the continent through which all four important latitudes pass. Which are those? Three important latitudes pass through it is Tropic of Capricorn, Equator and Tropic of Cancer. So if you remember the heat zones that you have studied in standard 6, you might come to know, yes, this belt comes in torrid zone. So when it comes in torrid zone, you understood the climate of Sahara is very hot and parched dry and clear skies and has very short rainy season. The moisture in the desert evaporates faster than it accumulates, so the days are extremely hot. Those high temperatures heat up the sand and the bare rock, which in turn radiate the heat and make everything around them hotter and hotter. But the nights in the desert are freezing cold with temperatures dropping down to 0 degrees Celsius. Here one more thing, the land or the sand doesn't take much time to get hot. Once it gets hot, it cools down also immediately. So what happens, as soon it gets hotter, that quickly it gets cooled down, and so only the temperature in the daytime, due to sunlight and being in the torrid zone, it's very hot. But as the sun set, there's no sunlight, the land starts cooling down and the temperature too drops to 0 degrees Celsius. Here is the flora and fauna of this region of Sahara Desert. Vegetation in Sahara Desert includes like cactus, this is cactus, date palm and acacia. Now these trees, as you all know, that Sahara Desert doesn't rain much. It has very less rainfall. So only these trees grow there, because these are the trees or the plants which can survive, or which can grow with less amount of water. If you think of growing a coconut tree here, it's not possible. Coconut tree requires lots of water to grow. So it is highly impossible that the coconut tree would grow in this Sahara Desert. Okay, in some places, now where do they grow? They grow in the places called oasis. Oasis is a small place or island kind of thing in desert where you can where the water is available, and these trees grow surrounding them. Now fauna. Fauna means animals. Here you can see scorpions, camel, jackal, snakes, and lizards. These are the few animals, or you can say are the prominent animal species living in Sahara Desert. I hope you got it. Flora means we are talking about plants, and fauna means here are the animals. Now let us see something about people. Here, despite of harsh climate, people are in Sahara Desert is inhabited with many groups of people who pursue different types of activities. Which are those? There's Bedouin and Tuareg. They rear animals like sheep, goat, camel, horses. For what? For milk, for hide and flesh. It means they use these animals to eat, and even they make something out of their skin and they earn money. And what are the hides are being used for? It is used to make leather for belts, slippers, water bottles, hair for mats, carpets, clothes, blankets. And the people over here, they wear heavy robe. Here you can see a man covered with a full robe. This kind of dress is called as robe. It helps them to protect from dust, storms, and hot winds. And the people living around oases in the Sahara and the Nile Valley, where water is available, they grow date palms. As I earlier told you when we were learning flora, yes, the people live in oases and these date palms are grown over there. And what are the other crops they grow there is wheat, rice, barley, and beans. Of course, when the people are living in oases, they need to grow something, they need to grow food to eat to survive in this extreme conditions. But still they live there and they grow wheat, rice, barley, and beans to satisfy their need of food. And also famous Egyptian cotton is also grown in Egypt. Now the discovery of oil. Oil. Discovery of oil, a product which is in great demand throughout the world. We India also export it from African countries. So in Algeria, Libya, and Egypt, and the minerals like iron, phosphorus, and manganese and uranium have transformed the economy of Sahara to the great extent. And how the Sahara Desert has been changing, the cultural landscape of Sahara is changing rapidly. As in cities, like metro cities like Mumbai and all, you see the huge buildings, glass cased buildings and rising above. Here also the same thing is happening in Sahara. The gleaming glass case buildings rising above the mosque and superhighways crisscrossing the ancient camel paths. It means earlier the camel was used for the as a means of transport. Yes, the people living in Sahara or in the desert there, they no other means they have to use camel. But still, wherever possible, the huge buildings have come out, roads have been made. Trucks have been replaced by camels in the salt trade, and Tuaregs guide tourists in the desert. As I told you, this is a tribe which lives in desert. Many nomadic herdsmen are moving to and settling down in cities to find jobs in oil and gas companies. So this is how the Sahara has changed, and it's no more only the desert land and very with less for the people trying to survive there. But no, yes, the man has made progress. The lifestyle is changing, the landscape of Sahara is changing, and this has brought lots of improvement in the people's life. I hope children you understood the climate, flora, fauna, and the life of people in desert. Thank you. We'll meet in next video with the cold desert Ladakh. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.